we have to do.
Okay, what's up, y'all? It's Mary.
And Alma.
And we are reviewing Married at First Sight. And
I am rising to the top, unlike you all. I got God in my heart. I am good. I'm gonna be okay.
And guess what? I'm a
So
two-income type of
forget
BITCH.
you all, okay? I am rising to the top, unlike you all. Lindsay.
50 Shades. Y'all heard of 50 Shades of Grey?
Who?
Well, let me tell y'all about 50 Shades of Crazy. And it's Lindsay. And I'm a two-income type of BITCH.
No,
So.
let's just say B. Great, yeah. Child,
my
okay.
God,
I don't know where
bruh.
to begin.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Lindsay. Okay,
they
hold on.
have
Let's
gone-
start from the beginning.
they're in Vermont.
They're in Vermont. They're going
On a
on a
retreat.
retreat. But I want to briefly talk about.
Let's
Let's
start
talk about
with
the
Lindsay and
Benzie.
Mark.
Yeah. So they're in the hot tub, and
Yes.
they were talking about, hey,
The women
you
were in the hot tub. The men were in the kitchen cooking.
well, Steve was cooking.
Steve was cooking. The rest were sous chefs. They were cleaning up and cutting vegetables.
They weren't cleaning up, and they weren't cutting no vegetables. Elijah cut one onion, and Mike broke some pasta and
Pepper,
put it
yeah.
in the. You have got to be kidding me.
That. Okay. Just turn that off. Yeah. Okay.
Every
moving
time you
on.
think of somebody, anyway.
Oh, well, okay.
Nobody be calling me anyway.
So
But yeah, so they're like in the hot tub or
the
whatever.
women.
Yeah, right.
And she starts talking about.
So she's like, so where do you guys see where yourself during decision day? Are you
Turn it
kidding
off.
me?
Turn it off. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So.
So they're in the bathtub.
In
And
the hot tub.
yes.
Not in the bathtub.
Oh. See? Okay, so
Okay.
they're in the hot tub, right? And basically what happens is, so they're talking about where you guys were decision day, and Lindsay's like, Mark has his life is like up in shambles right now, so
Yes.
I can't even focus on
Right.
2 weeks because I have to think about all the things I have to do for
For
him
him.
so that he
To
can
get
just
his
be
life
sane
together.
next week.
Because
And
he
I'm
has so
like-
much going on, and it's like I have to kind of be like a mother to him. This is something this man has told you specifically
To stop
he does not
doing. And like he did not ask you. So why the hell are you doing it?
And then talking and telling people as if this man is begging you for your money and your time. He does not want your money. He ain't got want your time,
And you don't want your damn help.
and he does not want you touching him. He doesn't want you touching his face. I mean, it's too much. He doesn't want you grabbing him when he has closed. When a man lays in bed and closes his eyes like this, tightly
And holds his arms like this.
over this. Don't try to grab his crotch.
I was
He
like,
is
that.
nothing
This is
but-
not. This is not some
It is
porno show.
like-
This is
And he
PG.
had to tell her
That this was
like,
PG.
Lindsay, it's too much, man. It's too much. So she says all this stuff about him. Then they go to bed and he closes his eyes. She comes in, grabs his crotch. He had to tell her, look, this is PG. Then in the morning, she's like trying to grab him again. He has to literally run out of the bed.
Yeah.
And he's like, so the next day he's trying to tell her, you're really hyper. She gets upset. Really,
Walk away during all the production and leave me alone.
oh my, okay. Let's
I
just,
walked away because of what you said.
Oh,
let's just.
What are we?
because you want to be part of production now, right?
No, I walked away because of what you said. Cool.
Got it.
Got it.
I'm done with you.
Cool. Okay.
Oh boy. Why is she
Why
taking out of me? There's nothing he can do for Mark.
I generally.
I cannot.
It's like Lindsay is hell bent on self sabotage. Y'all have had 3 solid days, and all of a sudden, it's gone up into shit. My thing is, so basically, what happened was, what happened?
Where did you leave? Oh, you leave off. So they had the.
I want to talk about that though.
I know, but we go. Okay. we have to see what led up to this, right? Because I'm still trying to process too.
Okay, so they were, of course, at the
So
hot tub. Then
he called her. He told her that, look, you are hyper. She got upset about that. This was after the hot tub and everything. She got upset about that. But I think
Lindsay, my thing is, you are. Anyway, let me not even say it because I went off on mom the other day.
Well, no, I think what it is, right? He really doesn't want to make a joke about it. But he feels if I make it into a joke, maybe then she'll understand. But Mark, just be honest. Look, Lindsay,
Mom,
I don't like you grabbing
to,
my crotch. I don't. That's so true because he has tried.
He has tried,
And then she gets
every single
upset.
time she
Yeah.
gets upset and
Yeah.
she says, "You're the problem. You're the problem. I'm not a wife for you when I put my
You beat me
motherfucking
down.
hazmat suit on."
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
has
that's so
tried.
true.
He
Yeah,
has
that is
tried.
true.
So all I can do
forgot
now.
about that. So he
He
doesn't.
has tried, but now all I can do now is
He's gonna
make
sound
jokes
guy.
about you and insult you slightly, so until you leave me, so I can be free from this prison.
I know, but he gotta be. I don't know. So
They don't need to be together. Lindsay needs some damn therapy, and she should not get married for another 5 years. I know she's pushing 40, but girl, you need to be healed. You can be like
Yeah.
J-Lo. It's okay.
And
it's
I
like
almost
she's
want to say, please don't compare it to J-Lo because
Not comparing, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to find love right now.
right.
Women are having beautiful love stories
Yeah.
at 40
The
and
bottom-
50 and
yeah.
above. Look at
I hear
Courtney
what
and
you're
Travis.
saying.
I
hear what you're
mean,
saying.
just
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you
And
look
then-
at
and then-
Travis, you
and
wouldn't
then-
think he's so soft-spoken, but he's such a nice, wonderful person.
And then look at Angela Bassett and her husband. They didn't
I
get married
know.
until she was like, I think in her late 40s. And then
Hey,
she
look at
had her
them.
babies when she was in her early 50s. So,
Early 50s.
right, well, I think they adopted or used a surrogate.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but still,
I mean,
they
yeah,
have a
Lindsay,
beautiful relationship.
you don't have to rush it now.
You have to rush
but
it if
you
you're not
need
ready.
to heal because
Yeah.
this is the result of when you are not healed and you go and do shit like this.
You know what is, we can't be cursing so much because we
Well,
are.
I think I've been actually quite good.
I know. But I know it's been very difficult. But you know what
That's
really
been the
got
hardest
me?
part of Ramadan, I think.
But you know what really got me? What got me was when he contacted the sound guy to come and do the sound and align it with your chakras and open up your third eye. So Lindsay's laying down there, she's crying, she's sobbing because she can feel her grandfather's spirit. Mark has he's fast asleep. This man has not been able to this man has not been able to sleep this whole vacation because of Lindsay's. He has not been able to sleep. So the moment he was able to sleep, it's like he was out like
Those sound baths are soothing, man. I follow somebody on TikTok. I just be listening to those things as I go to sleep.
You know, this was the first time.
I love them.
I have seen them being done before, but I didn't know that they were called sound baths.
I want to start doing that. I want to get some materials and just start doing that in my house. Instead of exercising, I would just work my arms, get these wings to go down, girl.
I could just see how your brother, he'll just come out. He'll be like, "Okay, mom," and
She's losing it. Today when he was in the kitchen, I was like, I poured a little salt on him. He said, "What the hell is that?" I said, "It's healing salt." And then I did this. He said, "I gotta get the hell up out of here."
oh boy. So after that, then they had this game, right?
Stomach writhing.
And everybody was asking. They asked a question: who is the most likely to start a fight? And
Yeah.
everybody chose her.
But the thing is,
Oh my
before that,
goodness.
you know what happened before that? She said, who is most likely to lie about sex? And I think a few
yes.
people said, Steve. We'll be back. But yeah, so Lindsay basically, they had the sound bath. He fell asleep. But now,
At the game, she will say things like, she's the one who's gonna have the bacon. He'll be the one who she'll bring up
she
the
said,
bacon.
look, somebody
he'll
has
be home to watch the kids.
somebody has to make the bacon, somebody has to cook the bacon, and I'm gonna be making it. He gonna be cooking it,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then she was asking are you okay with having somebody who's in a one income household or whatever? She's like, I mean, if he makes enough, then yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I want to be a hands-on mom. And she's like, "Oh, so what? Working mothers can't be good mothers?" He said, "No, I just want to be more
And that was
present."
Noah
That's Noe that said that.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Well, I'm going to be a 2-income type of BITC blank
Yeah.
blank blank." That was what she said. And then then they also asked, they were playing a game, you know, who was most likely. And then they asked the group who was most likely to lie about their sex life. And then Lindsay just comes out with her weird laugh. You said me. She said, I'm most likely to lie about it because I tell them that it's good. And then
he was just clutching.
He was like,
his pad next to him like this. Poor. I mean, it was just.
And then next thing they asked, who was most likely to start an argument? And guess who they chose?
Everyone chose Lindsay.
Because you just started an argument.
You started an argument the whole game.
Like, you just said 2 very rude things about Mark.
Yes.
Or whatever. Like, I can't remember what the first one was, but the second one just snatched my wig off. Yeah. You don't go and tell everybody that your sex life is bad.
I know.
And embarrass your husband. About
it. Like, it was too much. It was really
my thing is, Lindsay,
and then she gets upset and starts to tell them,
she's easily triggered.
Yeah, my life is
she's
great.
She's like, I like who I am. You know, my life is great. I'm on the rise. Y'all should learn about it. Da da da.
Yes.
And she's like going off or whatever. So
she's on the rise.
All y'all
unlike you all. I was like,
you, and you in the back. So I just thought that was just ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. And
are we going to talk about the whole thing with Lindsay and Mark?
Just sat like this, yes. And so after that, apparently they went outside. We didn't see this part, but
she said, "So you're just going to leave me and go be a production?" And he didn't say anything. He's like, "Oh, so you're a production now? Then fine, F you or whatever." Then she walks away. Right, so then he goes downstairs with Michael. Right. So it's Michael and Mark downstairs, sitting downstairs on the couch, what's going on or whatever, stuff like that. And then Lindsay,
he said what happened outside was that he was using kerosene, right, to start the fire, and she comes and she's upset that he's using her kerosene, and he was like,
was this after or before the first time he used the kerosene?
I guess just now. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. It just happened. And
no, I think he was talking about what happened in the morning. Because he was talking about how, everything I've been going on this morning, how she was upset that I called her hyper and all this stuff.
And Michael was like, I don't think that's the reason. But at that time, Lindsay comes down. Elijah has to take her upstairs.
He's like literally holding her back. So all you see is her yellow hair. And she's like, I'm about to drive myself the F home. I'm about to drive myself home. He said, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. So all you see is Elijah's booty and his legs. And then you see her head like this on the staircase. And he's like, and then Michael's like,
what? His eyes bulging out.
Even Michael's eyes were wide, like,
what is going on? So finally, Mark goes upstairs because Michael says, you need to go talk to her directly.
You said, I would, but Michael was there saying that, if I were you, I would go talk to her directly and really work this out because to me, it's much bigger than some damn kerosene in a game. And
that's all Mark
he was
is
like,
saying,
and this was him, he was like, you want me to go talk to that crazy bag of nuts? I don't think so.
That's how he looked like.
He was so annoyed. Like, how dare you tell me to go talk to this woman? Have you not seen how crazy she act?
So he goes in the room. She's laying there. She starts telling him how O told me this and O told me that.
That it really hurt your feelings. That, what I was saying was hurting your feelings. But the thing is, that's how I feel. And how do I honor myself while also honoring you? My thing is you put yourself first. Okay? This man does not want you to baby him.
Put him down.
Yeah. You don't have to baby him. You don't have to mammy him. If you're feeling like the sex is horrible, say, babe, how about we try this tonight? Yeah. Or when he's there trying to finish, why don't you say, no, we're not going to finish. I want to try something new. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you do little
things.
Communication.
If you don't know how to do it, please go to a sex doctor.
Intimacy coach. You know what I'm saying?
Someone.
Don't let your man be lazy. Don't let your man be lazy. Add new things. Make it spicy or whatever. But don't just... My thing is with Lindsay, she seems like the one... Because, we've seen it, that she would just let him do whatever if she is catering to him. It was just like we were saying in the last episode where she was like, if you want me to leave, then I leave. But even though I don't want to be here, if you tell me to stay, I'll stay. So once again, it's you not honoring yourself. You're saying who will honor me. You have to honor your own damn self. You don't get married and ask a man to honor you. That don't make no damn sense. You need to validate yourself. You need to have your shit together. You need to have your triggers together. That is not my damn job to be your therapist. If I wanted to be a therapist, I would have taken my ass down the street to my local therapist's office. I didn't ask to be with you.
Or gone to school and become a therapist.
I know. Like, it's too much. It's
That's
too much,
nice.
Lindsay. You're expecting too much
It's a
from this
lot.
man.
It's a
And you
lot.
you want him to like fix your whole life and be there for you. My thing is, stop being a mother to him. Respectfully, stop being a mother to him. He did not ask you for that. So then when you go and do all the stuff that he did not want you, like, you know, like always touching him. My thing
Too
is,
much.
I did not ask you to mother me. I
Yes.
didn't even, hint that, oh, can you pay my bills? Can you help me, wink, wink, clean out my apartment? I didn't do any of that.
I know.
So how are you going to get mad at me about you doing all this stuff and then you're upset when I don't put in 100%?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to do 100% when you're putting in 300%? I can't even put in
It's
my
too
100% because your 300% is taking up all of the percent and then I ain't got no percent to give to your percent. So, it's too much.
It's too much.
It's actually too much, Lindsay. So you can't expect this man to be a man because you are here all in your masculine energy. He can't even rest in it. Because
While she strives her best to emasculate him.
every single chance you get.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, fine. I'm not giving you orgasms. Okay, you have to tell everybody that. You have to even tell the mailman down the street, my man's not giving me orgasms. Like, why? Why you gotta do all that?
I don't know.
Why? It's too much.
Even it's too much for me. And I am a woman. I just wonder how the man will feel. I cannot, Lindsay.
And then, of course, they're in
Ugh.
bed and they're talking or whatever, stuff like that. And then she's like laying down, and all of a sudden he's like this.
Yeah,
well, let me
standing up.
tell you
Yeah.
this. He said, well, if you want to get up and stand in my face, well, let me tell you how. Let me stand up and tell you.
It was
So
too
they're
much.
like leaning up in bed at each other, whatever. Then she decided to get down. Then he was like, well, this is what I don't like about you, or whatever, stuff like that. So they
anyway,
were
he
talking.
ends
He
up
ended up
leaving.
leaving.
The next morning, she got up. She was ill.
Yeah.
Felt like throwing up. So he took her to an urgent care where she received some IV, and they said that she was very dehydrated. And while they were playing that game, she just kept on pouring the alcohol because she was upset that she was losing
like
the game.
she filled one up all the way to
Yeah.
the very tip top, and she was just tossing it back like it was dice.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hot
this is
mess.
not how we deal with issues.
Yeah.
If you're upset, then vocalize it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But calm down.
In a good way. Not so,
Dramatic.
So that's what happened with Lindsay. Want to talk about Jasmine and Michael?
I have said from the beginning that they were going to work. I really love their energy
Oh.
together. They have had a lot of ups and downs, but right now it's on the up. We just need to get this intimacy going.
It sounds, the next preview, there's going to be a down.
Yeah, because he seemed really, hurt. But I think he's stressed out because it's like only 2 weeks left. He
And she's
wants to
saying she
stay
doesn't
married.
feel
Like
compelled
inclined.
to touch him.
Well, the thing is, the more you do something, the more you'll get to like
Well,
it.
they haven't done it at all.
But the thing is, he did a disservice because he told her that you don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Mm.
And the thing is, in an arranged marriage, you do a lot of things that you don't like.
Yeah.
But after a while, it becomes like, I like it. Like, they didn't like communicating with each other, but they had to communicate with each other in order
Yeah.
to get it together.
Exactly.
And now they're talking to each other,
Yeah.
and they want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
The thing is, they have to continue to do the intimacy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the connection is there. I just feel like he needs to one day just be really smooth, very romantic, and just be subtle about it.
Mhm.
But let her know you want a ticket there.
I mean, I
I think he's very cautious because you accuse me of being aggressive. Well, I don't want you to come and accuse me of nothing else. That man is scared shitless. And that's what I didn't like about the medium, because they went to go see a medium, which is like a psych, like what mom does. And
No, don't do that. Do not call me. But yeah, they
But-
went to see, someone.
they went to go see somebody or whatever about But my thing is, I wish the medium, whatever, would have talked to them about
the intimacy.
intimacy and what
I guess
they need to
didn't
do.
They didn't bring it up, but she did say.
Well, I felt like what she was
Jasmina,
doing was
if
very
we-
general. Like, I felt like she
Yeah.
was saying the very general stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look up already. I mean, you were even saying it that
Yeah.
you can look up and find out that, black men do have, issues with prostate cancer.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I
I'm
feel like
not,
something.
I'm not totally like discounting what she says. I'm not, because I do think, mediums they do exist, and they
Yeah, I
can
mean,
read
nobody's
a lot of
against it or
things.
whatever, stuff like that.
But it would have been nice. But I think also
They would have focused on the marriage, not past traumas.
Yeah.
Like, what can they do now to get their marriage together?
Well, I wish that they had asked that question.
Well, I think they're both very nervous.
I know that would have been nice. If
But
they
she did
both-
say
asked that
that the
question.
connection between them is both very mutual, but they just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
And the way they were, like, she was looking all shy, like,
Yeah.
and he was just looking at her like.
And she
I just
said that
thought
they're
that
gonna
was
have a
like-
boat. They're gonna
They're gonna have a twins,
in somewhere
California.
sunny. They're gonna have twins
In about a year and a half.
And if they will just kind of like, I guess, bet on each other, they'll find. Like, if she went to somebody else, she will regret it.
Yeah, she will get
And
with somebody within
it
a year
will
to
take
2
a
years.
long time for him to find someone like her,
5
and
years.
he'll regret it. So she said, "You all stay together, but we'll see." Because next week, Jasmina is talking about how she's not inclined to touch him.
Well, also, Michael, you're not really putting in the romance. I mean, I know you're lighting candles, but are you coming up behind her in the kitchen? Are you
Okay.
rubbing her shoulders at night? Are you giving her foot massages? Like, are you going on intimate
He
dates?
could do the,
Are you
He
doing...
could do the foot massage.
Yes, like, are you
That
doing
is-
mantra
yeah.
yoga or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
Like, y'all should be seeing an intimacy coach.
Yeah.
You really should, on the slide, be like, look, I want to go to an intimacy coach maybe once a week, like
Yeah.
what we did before.
Discuss
Would you
that.
be open to that?
Yeah.
Without you having the discussion, y'all are having the discussion.
Yeah. Like,
know what I'm
they
saying?
talk about everything but that.
The intimacy. I think they're
and
both
that's
shy.
the
Underlying thing,
Yeah.
So I feel like if they just get the intimacy going, if they just start talking about sex, baby, let's talk about you and me.
maybe, at some point they need to stop stalking and start doing.
Doing.
Y'all are married.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But they have been holding hands and stuff like that, so I do
that
like
was very
that.
nice, and I liked at that time when they had their last dinner together with
There she was
everybody,
crying.
and he was talking about how the way she cares for him, and how he really appreciated that, and
Yeah.
even when before they went to go talk to the medium, she was really telling him, it can really open you up, and in a ways that you don't know, and she just wanted to make sure that he was going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
And he said he really appreciated that. It showed that she really cared. And she started crying because I guess he saw that side of her. It's important to her when someone actually sees
Yeah.
that she's, making that effort and stuff like that. And, she always said it was very difficult for her to cry. So that
Yeah.
was really touching, I think. And then they just, held hands.
I know. I thought it was so sweet. Like, she
Very
was
sweet.
bawling. I thought, I really
Yes.
loved them together. I can see them definitely saying yes. And, I thought they were so cute the whole entire thing. They, were hosting a couples games or whatever. They were, he had
different
the shirt.
t-shirts.
Yeah, he had the shirt that said the boss, and then she had her
I'm
shirt
the
saying,
boss,
I'm
and
the
she's
real boss.
Yeah.
And then
that
they
was
had
cute.
an avocado shirt that said, my better half.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just so cute. I can really
so.
see them being together for, 50 years. And having, at least 5-6 kids.
Yeah.
And they will have some beautiful babies because Michael is just fine as hell. And
she's
Jasmina
very
is
beautiful.
gorgeous, and she
Yeah.
has beautiful long hair.
I know.
Them kids, and
And
he
just very
hairy too.
beautiful,
They will have
yeah.
some very long hair.
And just beautiful eyes, and
They need to get rid of this commercial, Chloe.
Anywho,
Oh yeah. But should we talk about Katina? Let's talk about Katina Lajua.
oh, continue, Roger. Okay.
Let's just say
Maybe
the
have-
caterpillar is rising.
Yeah, she seems to be responding to him.
And it's like she's getting her sense back.
Yes, when he was trying to tell her
He was sitting down. They were
had
going,
their picnic.
yeah, they were once again interacting with the llamas, and we saw a llama.
Yeah.
She birthed some placenta after birthing a
Yeah.
llama.
And then the guy said, "Oh, the dogs were gonna eat it, the placenta." Anyway, let's not gross the audience out. I mean, I guess it's life. And,
I know people
but-
put it in pills after birth and stuff.
Well, they dried up. I do believe. I think they dried up or something.
Yeah, I know. You say that they actually put the placenta in our medications. Anyway,
Alrighty.
but we were talking about Jasmine and Michael. But yes.
It was nice just seeing them.
No, we were talking about Katina and Olajuwon.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So,
Olajuwon
she is-
asks her, how long do you have in school?
Yes, how do you plan on being a mother while also being in school? Because my thing is,
You want to have children in 2 years, and you finish school in 2 years. How are you going to get your career?
Yeah.
You know.
Because the thing is, in the past, is what I did is I sacrificed having fun, these past 5 years to really pay off my house, pay off my student debts. And, you didn't do that. You're just not doing that.
Yeah, you had
But
your
my
fun
thing-
first.
But here's my question, though. How were you not having fun when you were out here saying you were a playboy, screwing all these women, having your girlfriends, and basically being a party guy? You were also having fun.
Yeah.
So don't sit there and make it seem like she was being irresponsible.
Yeah.
You were having fun with your penis. So don't sit there and be like, oh, you're not having that, you're having fun, and now you want to be serious, and that's fine. So, like, you're playing digs or whatever. And she's like, you know what? My mom actually was a single mother, so it is very possible for me to do it all.
To have a career and, take care of children and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But he said, yeah, and then, but
Well, it's
that's
a
the thing is, that
timeline.
falls on me, though, because the thing is, I did all that stuff. So for me to have to go and do that now,
And
where I have to take
take
care of a
children.
child and take care of you, what
Yeah.
the hell did you think marriage was? You actually sound stupid. Like,
It sounds
and
like though he didn't
illiterate.
want to take care of the child either. That's what it
That's
sounded
what
like.
he said.
Like, it'll be on him to take care of the child. I guess he wants
While you go chase
her
your dreams.
career to be, where his career is. But she already has a career because she already has a job that she's working at, and she's going to school. So she's doing both. So she's bringing in money and going to school.
The thing is, what he's saying is, I want you to be at home cooking and cleaning, taking care of the kids, because I'm not doing none of that crap.
He doesn't look like he
Okay.
want to help with the kids.
He don't
either.
want to do that. I don't want to say he wants to be like a Marcel, because Marcel's actually gotten better. But he basically wants her to take care of everything while he does absolutely nothing.
Right, but he still wants her to work though.
Yeah,
He
and
still
bring in the
wants that
bacon.
extra money.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want the financial responsibility to just be on him.
Yeah,
So I guess he will want her to continue to work, remotely
yeah.
and take care of the kids,
hmm
plus cook and clean. And he just work and come home and has the benefit of that extra income. See,
Yeah.
something does not go all the way up.
There's
to
an issue with
the
men
floor.
today. There's just an issue.
I don't
Well,
know. what's going on.
Olajuwon specifically.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyhow, but she stood up for herself.
But she stood up for herself. She was talking back.
She sure
She was saying her piece or whatever, stuff like that. She did not just let him run all over her.
Yes.
And it seemed like he had to like get back a little bit,
Yeah, he surely
because he was
did.
like, So I'm not. I think he started to realize that I can't run game on her like that because she's awakening to my
She
BS.
is, yes. And then in the preview,
It seems like, so what happened was she was basically talking about how, but the thing is, it's really stressful and it's actually a lot for me
and she said
dealing
it's
with him.
exhausting, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, why don't you just shut up?
Yeah.
Like, just straight up told her to shut up.
Yeah. And I think they looked like though they were talking to someone. They didn't show that person,
Yeah.
but said that they were talking.
And he
to
looked like he
someone.
was crying
Yeah,
or
he
getting
was very
ready
upset,
to cry.
Very upset. Like you said, it doesn't seem as though he's able to play this game on her anymore. She's waking up.
Yeah. Because, when I first saw Katina, I really felt like she was kind of like Jasmina's kind of thing where, like, you're not going to be able to play me. Like, I will cuss you out in a heartbeat. Like, do not try me.
Mhm.
And then I just saw her shift.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, I think it's very different
it
when
took
you're
her by surprise. But I think now
Yeah.
she's waking up.
I think it's very different, like, versus us. We're not seeing it. Like, we can be like, this is crazy. How are you allowing this?
Yeah.
But I think when you're in it,
Yeah.
and you're very shocked at what's going
Yeah.
on, and you're not really aware of how to react to the situation,
Yeah.
it's kind of like you're kind of like
It takes
not
you by
yourself
surprise.
because you're married to this person, and it's like you're trying to keep the peace,
Yeah.
but then you're like, this person keeps on crossing me
Yeah.
and trying me
Yeah.
and trying to make it seem like I was like some hobo on the street before
Yeah.
I met them, and like
Exactly.
now I need to learn about life skills.
Yeah.
How the hell did you
Come on
think
now,
you met
that
me?
girl was raised by a single mom. You know she got some life skills.
Facts.
She had to because she was raised by a single mom.
Exactly. So I think she's
Those
awakening.
kids have to wake up really fast. They gotta learn how to do for themselves real quick
Yeah.
because it's only one parent. So that parent is like you've got to know how to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I
So,
think happened.
yeah.
But I think she's now realizing
She
that,
is.
like, slowly, like, she's not all the way there,
Yeah.
but she's realizing there's something wrong with him. And I think he doesn't like that because now it's like she's calling him out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's able to suppress her anymore.
Yeah. And I love that. I love to see that with her.
That she's getting it together now. So I think
Yeah.
that's a blessing.
Yeah, he was really upset. So next week. Ooh, and then Stephen
And Noe.
Noe.
We gotta talk about Stephen Noe, and then I think there's
And
somebody
that
else.
her, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stephen Noe, I want to. Okay, so my
About
thing is
the
with the whole social media thing. Girl, we all know you lying. You were talking about Steve, and my thing is, I think it's so like, okay, I used to do it, but I feel like, I mean, as I've grown up, I realize that it's really kind of stupid because the thing is, the person realizes that you're talking about them anyway,
Yeah.
and you're trying to be subliminal. Like when I see girls on Instagram now who will just be posting subliminal stuff about men that they're dating, or like we've never seen a picture of the man that they're dating, but you just know that they're talking to a man.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't treat me right, somebody else will. It's
Yeah.
like, why don't you just go talk to the person? Like, why are you here making me have to
Yeah.
view your story while you're here talking about your husband? If you are not going to sit down and get on live and tell me what's going on, I actually don't want to know.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, no, we just stop that. Like, you are a grown woman, and like she's so stubborn and set in her ways. Like, she just does not care to be like, this is like, maybe I can do better, whatever. And he's trying to express to you that he's not okay with that.
Yeah, he's not.
But you just
He's
keep
also
on.
private. I think that,
Yeah.
and especially if he wants to become an entrepreneur and stuff, sometimes you do stuff like that. You're messing with someone's brand name and, you just
And
keep
the
your
thing is,
stuff
how are you
in-house.
supposed to be with somebody whose mouth is like this and who will go to social media every single
and
time?
then everyone has their own little input on our lives.
And then everybody knows that we're married, so
Yeah.
everybody knows that you're talking about me. And then, of course, we're going to see the show.
No,
see, like,
they know. We all know.
No.
You're not like
Fooling nobody.
anybody.
I have other relationships. Okay,
Okay,
you might be
Noe.
thinking that, but we're not thinking that.
Yeah, come on.
Like, I just think it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
girl, get your head out of the sand and put
Yeah.
on some sunblock, okay?
Well, you're a big girl.
Panties.
Yeah.
And
gotta
stop
put
that foolishness.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
And then the other thing I was thinking about her when she was talking to him about having to give up her studio, how she said she had gone cross country with, some past relationship and she had nothing and she had to be dependent on this person, and she finally was able to get her own studio apartment, and that was very important to her and she didn't want to give that up. And I just felt like she doesn't have to. She shouldn't have to give that up. I remember Lauren and Cameron from Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Lauren didn't give up her, studio apartment. And she told him, I don't want to give that up. And he was like, that's fine. I mean, he was so determined to make her very comfortable because I think he saw her 1 foot going out that door. And, like in the beginning. So
Oh,
he
yeah,
was,
yeah. I
So
guess
he
he
was
didn't
just
know.
like, you don't have to give that up. I mean, yeah, you can keep that. And be here, but live here, But you can keep that. But she didn't keep it for long. Because when she moved in with him, he made her feel comfortable.
Gave her
This
a
is
safe
our
space.
our space, and she trusted him. And so after like a couple of months, she gave that up. And I feel as though Steve, I think he may have some issue with rejection or something. Someone walked out on him or something, and he's not sure about her. Like he doesn't want to be blindsided, but you gotta let her have that. It's not a big issue,
Yeah.
Let her have that. The only thing though, Noe, you have to promise, if we are having an argument, I'm not just gonna leave and go there
But we've already seen that she can do that.
for 2 days, because that's exactly. So I think that's just the problem.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with her having that until she feels comfortable.
Exactly.
But that was all.
Yes.
So,
But thank you guys for watching. It is
Enjoying
Mary.
and Ama.
We want you guys to like.
Subscribe when you say that at the beginning. We were so
I thought
we did it, but it's okay.
Anyway, it's Mary.
Yes, and Ama.
And we invite you guys to like,
Share,
subscribe
and comment
down below.
And be sure to
Hit
click
that notification button.
if you want to see more of our posts.
Have a good night.